Exodus 38, verses 24 through 25 says, all the gold that was used for the work and all the work of the sanctuary and even the gold wave offering was 29 talents and 730 shekels, according to the shekel of the sanctuary. The silver of those congregations were those who were numbered was 100 talents and 1,775 shekels, according to the shekel of the sanctuary. Well, if you're joining us in reading through this 90-day reading plan, today's reading is Exodus chapters 38 and 39, and I encourage you to read that passage. Now, according to the Bible Knowledge Commentary, the building of the tabernacle consumed over a ton of gold, 4 tons of silver, and 2.5 tons of bronze. Frankly, I'm not going to spend the time to figure out what that equates to in today's dollars, but it has to be a more significant number than most of us can even imagine. It must have been a beautiful picture to see this tabernacle, this incredibly rare beauty, standing in the middle of the desert. It must have been awe-inspiring, to say the least. But what does that mean to the modern-day Christian? Why is it important to realize the amount of precious metals and other things which were used to build the tabernacle? Well, it's important to realize it because this gives us a glimpse into history. Many of us have the idea that the tabernacle was just a big tent, like we see in the circus. There was no intrinsic beauty, just a multicolored tent with a bunch of stuff in it. Nothing could be farther from the truth, and God wants us to know that. Do we have to build our churches with this type of ornamentation? Well, I think the answer is no. God can be worshipped in a building that has 4 white walls just as effectively as a building that has gold and silver and icons hanging on the wall. But while the effectiveness of that worship might be the same, the impact on people's lives will not be the same. Because we have the image of God, we love beauty. When we are struck looking at 4 white walls that are painted with nothing else on them, we become bored rather rapidly. There's nothing to catch our eye, and so therefore our minds tend to wander. If our minds wander, are we truly worshiping God? In many Protestant churches, they've replaced the ornateness found in, for example, Eastern Orthodox churches with worship and praise band and 1,000 colored lights. It's kind of beauty, but it needs to bring us to worship, not worship-tainment.